Hey, War Barn fans, happy Wednesday. Halfway through the week here, I'm just plugging away, inching away on the Flak site. What I do here over at War Barn is I work on World War II access vehicles and other equipment. Today we're working on a Flak site that I started the other week. I got a little bit more further disassembled, and I'll show you where I'm at. Why don't you come in a little bit closer, I'll show you what we're doing. So I managed to get the shield off of here, okay? There's the shield. I took the bracket for the secondary sun shield off. So just a review here, there should be a 95% gradient that goes on here. There's another one that's not as strong, and then we have the actual reflex sight. So here's where the crosshairs will be projected, and as you can see, I loosened it off. So what I did is before the video is I loosened this up. I wanted to take it off, clean it up, and I was like, apprehensive. Maybe I should just leave well enough alone. And that's kind of like an ongoing theme when anything I'm restoring here. When is the threshold of doing your due diligence? Well, in this instance, I thought taking the thing apart as much as I can would do it. So the only caveat, I try to be careful with everything. Of course, this is the first reflex sight or optical sight that I try to restore in any respect at all. So as I'm knocking this off, there was a little cradle that held this in place right here. It was tough getting these screws out. Some of these I had to actually drill out, but I'm happy I did it. But the bad thing is when I was pushing this out, this cradle, as it's pushing out the glass, it cracked it. Hey, not that big of a big deal, because let me show you why. This cradle, the sleeve, whatever you want to call it, once it's back together, you're not going to even see it. So, but it's a little disheartening, not that big of a deal. The sight will be projected up here anyway. So there's the main viewing glass that the crosshair will be projected onto. So that'll be projected, roughly in here. Okay, so that's that. Another thing I managed to get loose since the last time is this primary shield. The one I show you on here is the secondary, which will be stronger. This is the first one. So this is your first line of defense, so to speak, when it comes to sun shields. So this I'll clean up. So that's off, that's off. I'm still working on trying to get this little catch loosened up. Once I get all the glass pieces off there, I could bang on a little bit and not be worried about the glass fracturing even more. So the next thing I figured I'd take apart is this lens. There was some dirt on there. I probably could have cleaned it. But with this frame here, this bezel being a little bit rusted, I didn't think I'd be doing my due diligence unless I took it apart. So if you see there's a little indentation, you can get a spanner, but I just basically soaked this up with penetrating oil. I took a screwdriver and just tapped it, and it eventually broke free. So there is the main, I don't know what you call that, projecting lens. And that just pops out. It pops out. Let me see. I thought I put it in there a couple screws, but let's get this out of here for you so you can see the rest of it. So there it is. It's just simply a lens. I think this dirt on the inside came from when I was disassembling and lubing it up. I think that was pretty much spotless, but nonetheless, we'll clean it and we'll make this 100% when I go put it back together. So inside here, you guys can see that, is the crosshair that gets illuminated. All right, so how does that come out? I don't know, okay? Well, I kind of know. What I've been doing is working on is this sleeve here in the back. There's screws on either side that hold this in place. I had to drill those out, and they come off. And the sleeve comes off. So it just holds that in place and keeps it from, unscrewing on you. So, before we look at this, I just want to show you something else. Here is the ground target sight, which I got off the side. So I'm glad I took that off, because it's going to be a lot easier with this taken off to grind all of this old paint off, reprime it. Once it's all reprimed and painted, then I could put it back together. But as a little project, a lot of little details, a lot of things need to be cleaned, grinded down, primered, let it prime, let the primer dry, and then go ahead and paint it. So here is the sleeve. You can see that crosshair. And here is my concern why I wanted to take this whole thing apart. It's because the bottom part where the light comes in is very, frosted, gritty, dirty, grungy, muddy, murky, cloudy, or all of the above, So I'm working on getting this apart, and what I'm learning here is this sleeve and this sleeve come apart. I didn't see this initially with the grime and rust and grease on there. Excuse me. But there's a set screw that holds it and keeps it from coming apart. I got a bunch of tiny screws, but screwdrivers, but I don't have one like that. So I got to figure out how to get that out. Once it comes out, this will loosen up. I'll be able to access this. Probably just take it out, slide it back in. As I'm looking, excuse me there. This piece here is going to screw up as well. I don't see, oh, there it is. You know, as I'm looking, I think that's where the set screw is. I'm not sure. Hard to see. But this threaded piece, and there's like a little locking spring here. That must be from when it sticks through the bar. This goes through the bar on the bottom. What we're gonna have is we're gonna have an attachment where the light that projects that image onto the viewing glass right there. So, hey, just a little project here, a little bit involved. I never restored optics. Some optics I don't restore because some optics are gas filled. So with that, the gas optics, I'm gonna leave that to the experts. There's multiple people. There's somebody on the East Coast that does World War II optics. Take them apart. If new seals are needed, he'll put new seals in there, have them made, and then regas it with either the correct period gas, or I believe in some instances there is a modern equivalent you can use as well. So that's where we're at. I did buy some paint. I kind of eyeballed it. So here's one of the other trials and tribulations. I think I got the color right, and then when I go to the store, oh my God. Hey, if that's the worst thing that happens, I'm okay. So what I'm gonna do is next time when I go to the store is just simply take this piece, go find something close, and again, this is gonna be the Marine, the Navy gray. So I'll just find something from one of the home improvement centers that has something close to it and make do. I mean, I could get technical and, hey, bring this in and go to a paint shop and have the exact color made. At this point, it's gonna be overkill because I probably will use this. We're not gonna use this to actually fire the weapon, but to pretend to fire the weapon. Probably bring it to historical gatherings, reenactments, things like that, where we'll put gas and have it fire, simulated fire with oxyacetylene. Get that boom, boom, boom effect. So somebody can sit down and look through the sites, they'll work. If it's not the exact perfect color, I don't think it's no harm, no foul. So that's about it for today, guys. Stay tuned. If you get a chance, take a look at my link below for my GoFundMe. I appreciate that. Guys, love talking to people, meet a lot of friends on here, a lot of discussions, a lot of cool discussions. Guys, got any comments, good or bad? Something you'd like to see, something you'd like me to change, let me know. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned.